Okay guys, here we go. We're almost done. We gotta add his little tail. Right now he looks like a, what do we call it, a unicorn beetle, rhinoceros beetle. He looks more like a bug than a dragon. So his tail really makes the whole thing. Now if you look, his body is actually triangle shaped. He's flat on the bottom and then his sides go up the middle. So he's kind of triangle shaped. So we want the first part of his tail to be triangle shaped too. So we have two ends of his back here and two ends of his back here. So the first part of his tail is going to be 4 wide. Where did I put? There it is. So we're going to do the body color. And we are going to start in the middle at just 2 because it's going to taper down. So we're going to do 2 down on each of these middle 2. Actually, let's just go the whole way down. I'm gonna do this because I feel like I'm constantly reaching. So I'm gonna do this green and green. There we go. And I had to charge my phone, so my cord is now in my way. There we go. Hopefully I didn't move the phone too much. Okay. I'm just going to go the rest of the way down. Just keep going. But once we do his tail, we just have some adjustments to make. I don't know about that band. It's okay. Okay, now we're going to make our diagonal ones from here down. Make sure those don't get tangled up. Push this down first. There we go. And then we're going to do another one on this side, same place. Now we can go the rest of the way down those. Okay, and this side. I didn't think about it until I had already started this guy, but there's a little game you can play on your iPhone, and it's Rise of Burke, and you can have different dragons, and the rumble horn that you can get in that is actually blue and purple and pinky looking. That would have been pretty cool to do, but I like the green and red. This guy looks pretty close to the one in the movie because he's like iridescent green and has got like an iridescent red head and reddish orange spikes, and he actually has little spikes on his shells, but there's just not enough room on there to do those, so I figured who cares, they can go without. Okay, before we put our horizontal bands on this one, we have to put our spikes on. So grab your little pile of spikes and your little hook, and we are going to put them on every other one. But there is going to be one on here, just not yet. So we need to go starting on this one, every other one. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spikes on my hook. Three, 4, 5, and 6. That way it's just a little easier. Now, I'm going to take a dark green, double loop it, and I'm going to pull one of those on there. And I'm going to put it on here and here. And same thing. Double loop green. And it's going on this one. Go down. Double loop green. Let's go on this one. And you want those spikes to go down. I just realized we don't want the 6th spike on there yet, so take that back off because we gotta put his body on. And we're gonna put it upside down. The first thing we're gonna do is back on there. Get to untie these guys. Shoot, we lost it. Make sure you don't lose that last loop of your back. Take this one off. So I can take this one off, put that back on. Okay. Don't lose that last back loop. Just hang those on your feet for right now. Oh wait, no, we're gonna put it on here first. So we're gonna put those two the last loop of your back zipper and the last loop of your belly attachment. We're gonna put those on there first. Now, where am I? There it is, right in front of me. We're going to put these guys on. And you want this one. And then the second one is trying to twist on there. And then the next one, you have to make sure you get all 4 of these on there, because there's, and these, it doesn't really matter if they get twisted, they're going to be kind of buried. Hopefully they don't get twisted. That's right, okay. Now, oh shoot, on this one I didn't put my, what happened? Hold on. Poop. I must not have got the right one on there. I must have lost it when I was putting these on. Seriously? This one came off too? Okay. Make sure you get that guy on there. And get this guy on there. Man, that's annoying. It must have popped off before I could get this on. So, there we go. Back on there. Okay, now you gotta get these guys on. And that's your back zipper and your belly attachment loop on here. And then put this on before those can pop off. At least I caught that now. That would have sucked. He would have started falling apart already. Okay, now we can take these tie-off loops off, because we're going to have to put a horizontal band here. Even though we haven't done our horizontal bands yet, we're just going to go ahead and do it. Get it out of the way. Come on. Dang, I can't get that one. I need you to come off of there. There, now I should be able to get it. I'll just be a little tougher. I pulled it too tight. Okay. Grab this one. Come here. It's because they were tied off and then tied off again. Here, I can't get close enough to see. Okay. Dang. Those are really tight. Okay, we'll get this one. It's not as tight. It's gonna snap my finger. There. One came off easy. Oh, thought I had it. I know what it is. It's usually on the other way. Dang. I cannot. Fine. Be that way. I'll have to take it off. Man, I wish I could just cut it off, but it's too tight to even do that. Ugh, hold on. I didn't think I was ever going to get that one off. Okay. Now, we can lift the top 2 of each of these. So we can get out of the way. The leg is trying to, no you don't, stay on there. Okay. horizontal bands. I'm going to do light green. So there's a horizontal band. And we are going to go ahead and to put the spike on, and of course I'm using my little hook as my holding hook. I'll have to use my hook that I don't use anymore. I think I did the exact same thing when I made this guy. Okay, double loop. Problem with this hook is it's very sharp, and it will want to cut my bands if I'm not careful. There we go. We'll get on there. There we go. Now we can put these loops back on. Can't believe how tough that was. It's not supposed to be that difficult. This is supposed to be one of the easy parts. Now, what I'm going to do is, because we want this to pull itself to the middle, I'm going to take a dark green band, double loop it, and I'm going to put that on every other peg. So it's going to be on the pegs that are next to the ones without the spikes. And it's going to be every other one. And it's just on this wide part. Basically, that's going to make a double looped band that's going to pull these together. And then this one on the point. There we go. Now, we are going to loom up this one and over to this. But we're not looming the whole thing yet, so don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, these are in my way, so I'm going to put them over here. Okay. So, you want to make sure you get the bottom one. And we've got to make sure we don't get that little loop that we just put on. Okay, and then we're going to loop this one over to here. Now we're going to loop all the way up on this row. Whoop, missed the dark green one on that. There we go. Shoot, I didn't do the horizontal bands. That means we gotta undo this. See, I'm worried about you guys getting ahead of yourself, and I got ahead of myself. At least we didn't do the whole thing. Okay. Back down we go. All the way to here. Blah, blah, blah. But at least you see that I make mistakes too. So if you mess up, know that everybody makes these mistakes. Gotta just pull those so they go back down to the bottom. Whoop. That kind of popped off. Actually, we probably don't even want those on there yet. Oh well, we're gonna leave them on. Now we can do our horizontal bands. Ugh. And the light green. Oh no, we can't. I have to undo these too. That one we can stop here. Okay. No, we can't. We have to do this. Undo this one too. I am not thinking this morning. Okay, now horizontal bands. Let's start here. We're doing the same thing, 4 across and then 2. 4 across and then the middle 2. Across, middle 2. Whoop, dropped one. Right. And fix those guys. So they're back on the bottom. There we go. This one and one more. Except I'm going to pull that and then pull that back up. There we go. Now we're going to loom these guys up to here. I think I should have moved those double loop bands, but as long as they're there, I think we're okay. Oops. Basically, I'm not undoing it again. I think they should be the other way. They should be on top of the horizontals. See if we can grab them. There's one side. How can we grab them? Okay, go under the horizontal bands. Dang, this one's half and half. And then just pull those up. Those double bands. Ooh, that one's on top already. So under that, and grab those. That way they're on top. There we go. Now, we can do the second row all the way up. Well, gotta make sure you don't get the dark green band that the spikes are on. You just want the bottom ones. Those are like a extra set of horizontal bands, basically. And then this one we can go all the way to the end. Okay, now this third row we're gonna go up to here. You're going to stop at this one. Now, we are going to pull this row, this last row that we have our little double loop bands on, off. And we're just going to go like this. This is another complicated part of this dragon, but it turns out really cool. Now, we are going to grab those double loop bands and we're going to pull them across and put them on these. Again, you want them on the pegs that are next to the ones that don't have the spikes. So you want them right across from each other. And you're just going to pull it. That doesn't seem right. Whatever. They don't really show up. They go under his tail. they get sucked in. Oops, that's my watch hitting the tripod. And then you just pull it across. And this one. And then this one. Okay, now we can loom this row up to this one. And you kind of gotta push down a little bit on those bands we just pulled across. Okay, and then we can pull that one up to here. And then we have to grab the band that's under here and put it up here, but we want to get it under those bands we just pulled across. So kind of pull those out of the way with your other finger and go in and pull that up. And now we can go the rest of the loom. Go the rest of the way up. Whew. There we go. That was the hard part. Now we can take a couple tie-off bands, pull the dog hair out of the way, and tie these guys off. And we're going to use our hook to pull these off. I'm going to start this one a little bit. There we go. Grab that and grab that. And then when you pull it off, those double bands pull that together so it's a little bit triangle shaped. So there you go. That's part of his tail. And see, the zipper line goes down here and then the belly line goes over here too. So that's going to hold those together for us. So we don't have to like wrap it around his tail or anything. The tail itself holds it. And then, see, those are those double looped bands that we just put on, and they pulled it together. Now the next set, the next part of the tail is just going to be too wide, so we don't have to worry about any of that. These guys can move over here. Okay. He looks cool already. I really like these colors. I think they turned out really good. Okay. Now, for the next extension, there's going to be this extension and then there's going to be a little tip on his tail. So this is going to be just 2 rows for the most part. Oh, actually it goes down to 1. Gotta need the dark green again. Okay. So, what we're going to do this time, oops, usually have this over here and this over here, is we're going to start out with just 1 row. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do 1 light green and 2 dark green. So there's going to be 3 bands. So 1 of those, and I sandwiched the lighter between the dark. I don't know if it really matters. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. So that's 4, 5. 6, 7. Okay. Then we're going to go back to the 2, just 2. And this goes the rest of the way down. I'm trying something new. This one I did too wide all the way down, and it kind of doesn't want to curl right, it doesn't want to lay right, so I'm going to taper it down. So this is the first try on this new thing. So here's hoping it works. And then you want to go back to where there were 3 bands, which is right here. Make your angle. Do that one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay. Now, we're not really doing horizontals this time. We're just going to do the ones that we put our spikes on. But first, we have to put his body on. Do we want it up or down? Up or down? We're going to do him up. And we are going to, excuse me, hiccup. Hiccup, hiccup. Put those on. Maybe. Get on there. Okay. Now look, we're going to pull these off because I think he needs a spike here. Yes. He's going to have a spike here because it's every other one. Yeah. I have to keep looking because I don't trust myself. How sad is that? Ugh. See, this is another one. He was upside down when we tied him off before, so the tie-off band is upside down. There we go. One. Come on, don't make me stop the video again. Maybe I can just shove it through. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to use my pull-off hook to do this. I'm going to lift these two. And these two, just the top two, and leave those there. Now, we're going to put 1, 2, 3 of the spikes on our hook. We might end up with some extra spikes, I can't remember. Well, I don't actually know because this is the amount of spikes my old guy has. Okay, so now we're going to do the double loop, put the spike on, and we're going to put it here. And this time it's actually going to go up, but we can play with that afterwards. And now we're going to put this back on here. And this one back on here. Is there a doggy trying to get in my room? Yeah, someone wants to come in. And then it's every other one, so this one. Sorry, my eye itched. And one more like this. That one goes here. Okay, now see, that can actually stay up because this is actually the top. In fact, we can pull these up if we want. Like that. There. Now, if you want, you can put 2 more double bands here, but I'm just gonna leave it. Well, no, we'll do it. Might as well. It's not like it takes hours to do. You just go bloop bloop. Okay. Now we can loom. we'll see. We're gonna go up to here with this row. You just want to make sure you don't get those horizontal bands, like always. Oops, but you want both the things to go on. There we go. And stop here. Get up. Like I said, if they go down, it's no big deal. We're going to be taking them off and we can adjust them afterwards. My mom's out there. Sounds like Mom's mowing the lawn. Either it's her or the neighbor. Okay, so then we're going to do a spike every other one. So not this one, but this one. Do I need to... so put one there. And we're going to do it... Oh, crap. We're going to do it as we loom. So let's go ahead and loom that one. Make sure you get all 3 bands here. Now we can put this on. We're going to do it as we loom. That way they stick up. And then pull up those. And then pull up those. And then we're going to put it back here. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then we're going to pull up this one. And pull up this one. And put the last one here. Okay. His tail might actually end up being a little bit longer. And then go the rest of the way. And then we're going to tie off this last one. And we're going to pull this off. I'm just going to use my fingers this time because there's not a lot there. Oh, cool. So now he's almost done. And so you can just fiddle with those until they stick up. And it looks kind of funny there, but it looks better than the other one. Now the tip of his tail has 4 completely red spikes. So, and I made those a little longer. So we're going to need our red bands again. I'm not going to do the orange at the bottom like I did on here. So we're going to use red ones. Red. There it is. Well, we might as well. We'll just do them now. What did I do? 4 and 5. 3 and 4. Well, we're going to do 4 and 5 so they really stick up. So, 1, 2, 3 times around. Then we're going to do 4 double loop threads. 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to do 2 red this time instead of 2 orange. So there's that one, and we need 1 more like that. One. 2. 3. 4. Yeah, these are going to be better. And then 2 red. So those were 4 double loop reds and then the 2 reds. And then we're gonna do, come on, get off my hook. We're gonna do 2 that are 5 double loop reds. So 3 times around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you kind of pull it, you can straighten them out. And now 2 red. I mean, they can be a little curved, but you don't want them to be like super curly. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops, missed. Oh, oh, oh. Did I get him? No. I messed that one up. Hold on. There we go. I caught one of the loops. Now it doesn't want to fix itself. Okay, fine. Be that way. So that's 3. Grab that one again, since it's already stretched out. 4, 5, and then the 2 red. Seriously. Okay, there we go. Now we can straighten this guy out a little bit. It's because naturally when you do that, you're pulling more on one side than on the other, so that's why they curve like that. Just like when you do it on your loom and you pull it off and it's curved, because the top part has been pulled tighter than the bottom part. So, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put those off to the side. Actually, we're going to put one of the 5s, one of the 4s, no, wrong way around, 1 4, and then the 2 5s, because we want the longer ones in the middle. Yeah, well, that's fine. And then the 4. So it's 4 5 5 4. These guys are still curved funny. Okay, so we're gonna leave those on our hook. Put our hook off to the side. Ow. Now this isn't gonna be very long. This is gonna be just long enough that we can get those on there. So there's one here, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna start. Let me mark this. This is the set we're gonna start on. Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, we're not gonna need very much for this. This is just long enough to get this tip on here. Okay. So the first one is going to be 2. And that's going to go here. And then there's another one that goes 2. That's going to go here. And then the rest... Oh, what am I doing? I'm thinking I'm making the 2 rows. Okay, so the first one is 2 bands. Then after that, it's the 3 bands again. So 1 light green, 2 dark green. 1 light green, 2 dark greens. Whoop. Dropped one. Huh. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to put his tail on there. Now we can take this orange one off. That was just a marker. Almost grabbed the wrong dragon. Okay, so we're going to put this face up again. Man, he is so big. He's going to pull it right off the end of my thingy here. Okay, let's see. Maybe if we turn him. There we go. Now we're going to put all 3 of these, and then we're going to pull this off, which I'm using my hook as a holding hook. So pull that off. Then we're going to pick, no, we don't need to pick that up. So we're going to grab this one, the one with 4, and we're going to put it on that one. Then we're going to loop 2. Make sure you get all 3. 1, 2. And then we're going to grab one of the 5s. Make sure it's 5. Yep. And put that there. And then loom 2. 1, 2. The other 5 and loom 2. 1, whoops, and 2, and put the last one on there. And this is going to loom up, and then what we're going to do to tie this off is we're going to grab 1 dark green. Let's see. Move that. Turn our little dragon so I can turn the loom. Okay. We're going to take 1 dark green. We're going to double loop it. And we're going to tie off with that. And then pull it to the end. And pull it tight. Super tight, because this is the last one we're going to do. Now we can pull this off, and there's those last 4, so they look just a little bit different. Cool. There we go. He's pretty much done. We don't need our loom anymore. We're just going to need our little crochet hook and some white bands to finish him off. I was going to do this on another video, but I think I've got time on space on my phone to keep going, so I'm going to try to straighten out his legs as much as I can. They want a curve, which is okay, I guess. Now, see how his legs want to go out? He will stand up, but I want my legs to go straight up and down, like this, so he can stand a little better. So what I did is I take a white band, which ours is gonna be a little different. It's not gonna be this ugly. I take white bands and tie them to the legs and then tie them together in the middle. So here we go. Grab some white bands. You don't need very many, like 4 or 5. We're gonna flip over our dragon and we're gonna go, this is where the side bands are, so we're gonna go 1 up from that. And we're going to grab a white band and pull it through and slip knot it and leave it there. Then we're going to go up 1 on this side, do the same thing, pull it through, whoop, don't get any of those green bands, and I'm going to keep grabbing that same freaking green band there and slip knot it. Now, I want my legs to be back a little bit. That's how we're going to make it so it's not so ugly. we are gonna go, I'd say, here. And we're gonna grab this one, whoops, and pull it through. Now we're gonna tie our little knot in these. It's not difficult, you just pull them and tie them in a quick knot before they snap back. There. And now we can pull those little loops through. So it kind of hides that little knot. And then we're going to do the same thing on the back legs, except they're just going to go straight across. So you go up one from the green ones, stick your hook through, grab a white, tie it off. Same thing on the other side. Whoop! What? How did I even do that? Okay. And this guy, we're just going to go straight across. So, right in the middle. Pull one through. Make sure you hold on to that so it doesn't go back down. And push it through there. Just tie a little knot. Pull it nice and tight. And now you can go back into that little loop and pull, whoops, the side of your knot. So it hides it a little bit better. And now he should stand up a little bit, or maybe he'll just sit like a dog. You know how dogs sit, where they have the back legs outside their inside legs. I don't know, whatever. Now, if you want to put a wire in him, I haven't done it on this one yet, but what I did was I just fed a wire, where's the end of it? Like where the top of this wing is, like here, I fed a wire and I went down through just this first row, through the body, and up this one, and stopped at the same spot. And then I kind of just bent it a little bit. And now I can have his wings forward if I want them, or I can just have them kind of out a little bit. But you don't have to. He looks kind of, now that I did different colors where you can actually see that these are wings, he doesn't look so bad. But I'll probably put wire in him. But there you go. There's your little rumble horn, your little Skullcrusher. So I hope he turns out really good. I know there's at least one person making him already, so that's good. I'm really excited that someone likes my dragon and is going to do it, because I put a lot of work in. My alarm went off and stopped the video. So this is when I was going to wake up. But so there you go. I hope he turns out good. Now you can play around and make sure his little antlers are going the right way, and you just kind of gotta like hold them and pull them a little bit so they angle the way you want them to go. So yeah, that didn't work. There, that's a little better. Pick up his little nose horn, and then he's got a little chin horn. Rawr, 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 rawr. If you want to stuff him, you can. You can still like kind of open his mouth a little bit and shove some Kleenex in there or something. But I don't think he needs it. I think his sides are stiff enough that they don't need it. So hopefully you make him, and if you do, I have a Facebook page that I made for just this purpose right here. So if you make the rumble horn, if you make the Skullcrusher, upload a picture for me. I'd like to see how they turn out, what colors you guys use if you want to use different colors. Like I said, that game Rise of Berk, the rumble horn you get is kind of blue and purpley and pinky, and I thought that would be kind of cool, but I'm certainly not going to make a third one. He just takes too long. But here you go, Rawr, rawr, rawr. Good luck.